Good morning, students. In the last class, we had studied the first part of the story, the trunk of Ganesha. And in the first part, what we have studied, I am going to discuss before you with the question and answers. What was the unhappy incident that took place in Govind Mahana's life? You know, early in the morning he took his bath and took the glass of tea from his wife's hand, which slackened and slipped from his hand. And that was the unhappy incident that took in Govind Mahana's life, which made him quite worried. What kind of reasons Govinda thought for the unhappy incidents in his life? He thought different reasons for the unhappy incidents. First of all, he felt that he interfered with the private lives of gods and goddesses. Second, he had been of late. Third, he used his power too carelessly. And the icons were not saying that his father would have made in his time. What did Sulochana think about the unhappy incidents? Sulochana thought differently, that such incidents happen perhaps due to the old age of her husband, perhaps his husband's hands and legs were not as strong as before. So such incidents happen as it was thought by Sulochana, the wife of Govind Mahana. What was the problem with the trunk of Ganesha? You know, there was a tear just at the turn of the trunk of the large Ganesha, which made Govinda think different reasons for the breaking, and he was very strong to believe that there must be the power of supernaturals behind the breaking of the trunk. Now, we will read the second part. I will discuss today the half of the second part. I will send you the page to the WhatsApp. See the page and follow my reading. The 61-year-old Govinda had a large family to support. This included a son who had a wife and 2 children. He had turned out to be an irresponsible drifter who spent his days away from his house fishing idle for shrimp and carp in the Mahanadi. The second son had been taken in as an apprentice in a paper mill. There remained the only youngest, a mere 13-year-old. Out of the 3, he alone showed promise of taking up the ancestral profession, thus restoring a measure of calm to the father's mind. In all these years, this experience of his was a new one, a feeling of being alone in a ravenous darkness. All his thinking brought Govinda to the inescapable conclusion that there was an element of supernatural in the mysterious breaking of the image. But what had he done to deserve this? His life was ordered, restrained, so where could he have gone wrong? True that a subtle change had come about in the designing of the clay figures, in the eye-catching new apparel, and in the shades of luminous paint he was using these days. But he had not gone about making the changes on his own. They had wanted their gods to be more in tune with the time. Gradually, therefore, he had endowed the goddess with slim and curved bodies. But there was nothing fussy about this image of Ganesha he was at work on. Then why should this happen now? Or was it because the price of 250 rupees he had asked for was a large and unreasonable sum for a 6 feet high image of Ganesha? He saw his youngest son Ranju, who came into the workroom and stared at the unfinished Ganesha. There it happened again, the boy mumbled bitterly and flinched at the pain he saw in the old man's eyes. This is the first half of the second part. Hope you must read the second part once yourself. Thereafter we will discuss the meanings of the difficult words we get in the first half of second part. That is, sought out means be so or be found to be. Irresponsible, showing lack of care for consequences or incidents. Shrink means prawn, a kind of fish in water. Carp means any of the various freshwater fish of the family. Apprentice, learner. Calm, peace. Rebellious, voracious or very furious. Deserve, merit or to keep in control. Subtle, difficult to detect or analyze. Apparel, wearing cloth. Luminous, clean or bright. Endowed means bestowed or given or get. Flashy means cheap. Stare, constant look. Cleanse, moved back. This is all the meanings of difficult words. And now I would like to tell you the summary that we studied in the second part. Govind Mahana was 61 years old, but he had to support a large family. His eldest son was a drifter who had 2 children. He spent his time idle fishing and in the Mahanadi for shrimp and carp. The second son was working in a paper mill as an apprentice. Apprentice means learner. And the third son, Ranju, who showed interest regarding the ancestral profession, that is idol making, which gave a peace to the mind of Govind Mahana. In those days, Govind was frightened as he thought that there must be the supernatural powers in the mysterious breaking of the trunk of Ganesha. He thought the reason of the incident that he had made changes in the designing of the clay figures with a slim and curved body, new apparel and luminous paint in those days, as it was the demand of the people. But he was surprised for the unusual breaking of the trunk of large Ganesha. He also made himself responsible for demanding excessive price of 250 rupees for the 6-foot high image of Lord Ganesha. Ranju, the third son of Govind Mahana, entered into the room and looked at the unfinished large Ganesha. He was surprised to see the trunk of the unfinished large Ganesha which broke mysteriously every night. This is all about the first half of the second part of trunk Ganesha, the trunk of Ganesha. I would advise you to read the third portion only, yourself more than once. Thereafter, I will send you the questions and hope you will answer the questions immediately after reading the third portion. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.